Jay Leno's wife now has the dementia, so they're going to get a conservator, which is like insanity. Okay, it's you wonder, and apparently he's only now doing an estate plan. So for those of you out there who like, oh, if I had $1 million, oh, well, then I'd do an estate plan, but I only have a house and my IRA or 401k and some CDs and stuff, so I'm not going to do one. Well, look at Jay Leno. The guy's got more cars, more automobiles than God, except I suppose God owns them all anyway, so forget about it. He owns a lot of cars, right? He's a multi-gazillionaire. And now he's doing a trust, and not even a good one. You know what I mean? He's doing the garden variety revocable living trust, which, listen, is a very useful tool. I'm not knocking the revocable. Oh, I guess I am kind of knocking it. Well, as the whole be all and end all. And guess what? Because they didn't do any planning, now she's in a conservatorship in freaking Hollywood. Or I don't know, somewhere in California. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Right? You think, oh, well, Jay Leno's a pretty smart guy, right? I mean, pretty smart guy. Done all right for himself, you might say. And yet, no estate plan. Look in the mirror, you people. Come on. It's mind-boggling. And because you know what? Because now, and how do we know this? How do we know that they don't have an estate plan? Because they didn't have an estate plan. That's how. Because the warning signs of dementia and what have you were not listened to, were not respected. And they didn't get motivated. And this is a common story. It's a human story. It's not a multimillionaire superstar entertainer in the later years of life story. It's a you story. You know you should have done this a while ago. You know you should have come to one of our workshops. For crying out loud. How easy can we make it? How easy can we make it for you? Yeah, well, Jay Leno did it. I mean, is that the lesson, really? Maybe that's the lesson, huh? I mean, Jay Leno gets to have his wife's dementia the subject of public inquiry. Because you'd like that, wouldn't you? Right? If your spouse has the dementia, you want to go to probate court so everybody, the whole world, can look at the evidence, can look at the medical records, right? Can comment on whether or not that was a good idea. You want that, don't you? And if you don't, if you don't think there's a whole platoon, maybe even a company, maybe even a battalion, certainly not a squad of attorneys, who are just enjoying the hell out of this, you got to be kidding me. You've got to have, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? And you see this over and over again with these folks. People dying without wills or with crappy wills. Aretha Franklin, for example. And you don't have to go back to Groucho Marx, when that poor guy lost it, dragged through the courts for years, right? And it's like, and I get people asking me, attorneys, I got this letter, right? Oh, how can you say estate planning fails? Because I have a pulse and I keep my eyes open and I listen, right? If you don't think estate planning fails, you don't know any estate planning, right? You haven't looked at and now he's going to do a trust. Well, okay, better late than never, I guess. But remember, the reason we know about this, the reason that this is all public, the reason I can comment on it, right, is because she got the dementia developed, denial, right? Until finally she can't even sign her name. She can't even sign her name because guess what? If she could sign her name, she'd have signed it and there wouldn't be any conservatorship. You wouldn't be going to probate court. But they let things go to the point where she can't even sign her name. She doesn't even know what's going on. And this is a guy, as I say, smart guy, whatever. Is he smarter than you? Not anymore.